What's up, Dice Crew? Keeping it a Benji, and I'm getting back with y'all. Now, look, I'm sure by now everybody is all caught up with the conclusion with the FBG Duck case. Everybody got convicted, and FBG Duck mom then went on like a rant. Like she went out, she celebrating, talking about she finna throw a party, she celebrating this, that, and the third. And to me, it's just like I just don't agree with her energy. It's like one moment she want to be teen mom and she want to pop stuff that could have everybody sympathizing with her. Like she be popping like, I want stuff to take this type of path so other mothers don't have to go through what I go through. But at the same time, it's like you're not being good or you're not being no better by just wanting to see so many other parents' kids convicted and having to spend the rest of their life in jail. Now, as a parent, as a mother, as a person that's feeling like a victim in a situation, you're entitled to feel however you feel and go about it however you want to go about it. But what I take from it, I just take it as it's a lot more proof of Mama Duck not being about accountability. It's like I just can't really take it because it'd be like I was a fan of Duck. Obviously I'm a big fan of Dirk and them, Von and them, Moo Wop and them, with JHE, Ruger, like, just if it's good, it's good. I really ain't picking those sides when it comes to the Chicago problems, because I ain't from Chicago and that's state problems. I just give them their flowers on what kind of stuff they do for their music, if the conversation is based upon music. But it's like, all Mama Duck done since Duck passed was just come out here, get her story heard, bash other people's kids, take no accountability, take no responsibility, and it's just sad. And I'm not trying to disrespect her. I'm not trying to disrespect her. I'm not trying to try to kick her or, offend her. But it's just like the best thing she could have ever done in life was get a hold of the situations that she could control. And that would be her kid, and I'm not even saying this disrespectful. But from what I gathered, it seems like all of her kids done passed away. It might be a few left, because I don't know, but it had been a handful of her kids that had passed away. And I take that as, one of those reasons why is because Mama Duck never chose to get herself in a better space in life to where she can lead by an example. She never wanted to move Chicago. If she did, she probably didn't try hard enough. She probably never beat certain type of thoughts in her kids' heads. But it's just like Duck was he was a disrespectful guy when it came to his music. Some people act like he really was in the streets, so we got to give him respect because he was a person that was booted up and he was soldiered up. So we got to give him his credit, just like we're going to give every soldier credit, whether they died, went to jail, or just still on the playing field. So shout out to the soldiers. But it's like her energy be so heavy, like Duck was just an innocent guy. Like I'm not trying to say whether he was or he was to a certain degree, but it's just like when you be disrespectful, when you carry yourself a certain way, it's like, anything can happen. We signed up for it. But it's like Mama Duck just be like, one day she seemed like she needs sympathy from everybody. Then the next day it seemed like she wants somebody else to be crying and hooping and hollering based upon their kids being locked up. It's just like the energy is just, you don't see the growth in Mama Duck. You don't see no maturity in her. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, man. It's like, what more do you need? Like, I feel like she should have just said, hey, I'm happy with the outcome, or not spoke about it at all. Because you never want to be very vocal when it came to your son doing what he was doing. We never seen you get out here publicly and be saying, yeah, I'm anti what my son doing. I don't promote this. I don't like this. I don't condone that. It's just like, those are the type of parents, mothers, dads, grandparents, whoever, that pretty much make the streets and society a lot more worse. Because they're not here to help nobody understand their part of their mistakes. They just want to point fingers and just want to always feel like they gonna win in every outcome. And it's like, I understand you might feel some level of joy. These guys is convicted for doing something to your son. But it's also like, them kids or them boys, whatever, them other people kids, they somebody else kids too. You know what I mean? And you can't just be promoting peace and you still wishing the worst outcomes for certain people. And I just also feel like she never take a parent approach. It seemed like she's always more on the side of like, like wishing bad things on people from the street perspective. I mean, even want people to be in jail to just like, I don't know. It's just something that it just don't seem right with me when it comes to her energy about it. It's just a ugly situation overall. It's not really like a winner in the situation from the parents, people that's dead or in jail. But it's like for her to go on a rant and be celebrating so much of these other guys that's still breathing, it's like, man, you like that don't bring your son back. It don't bring back none of your kids. You know what I mean? Like it just don't. And if you start competing with people on who's winning now and who's not, then you will never be able to like overcome the situation with people trying to bash your son towards you. If you wake up every day and you keep saying ha they got convicted, then you gotta be open up the gate for somebody to always get at you like, hey, your son dead. Your kid dead. So what? They breathing, your kid not. Like you don't want that type of energy about yourself. Find you a talent, a skill, find you a purpose in life, and start basing that like upon everything you do when you get out in front of these cameras, Mama Duck. Like that's just some of my advice. I'm not trying to bash her out or disrespect her. It's just that's just how it go, man. I hope y'all get where I was coming from. I might have said a whole lot of just, talking without breaking it down precisely. I don't know. It depends on if y'all keeping up with me or what. If I'm making sense, y'all got to let me know in the comments. But just like basically it's just, I just don't really agree with the whole energy. Mama Duck ain't the only parent that's going through things and that took them same losses on both sides of that fence. But we don't see people out here wishing bad on anybody. When you in some of these situations and you just not really involved with the negativity, you shouldn't be picking sides. You shouldn't be wishing bad on nobody. You should be, hey, I wish this didn't happen to me and my people, but I don't wish no other losses or pain on nobody else's houses and families and households. But for me, it's like, that's just the energy Mama Duck do. I would never want a mama to feel like this. I never want another parent to feel like this. Then it go off into, hey, we gonna pop champagne. They convicted. We throwing a party at my house. Yeah, that's how it go. But I can only gather the thoughts from all this is like if somebody was trying to put Duck or somebody else in jail that was one of her kids, she would just find that totally wrong and uncalled for, maybe. So, shout out to the Dice Crew, man, and all the new viewers. Hopefully I was able to learn something from my little breakdown. Shout out to the Dice Crew. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to all the soldiers that have passed away, all of them that's incarcerated on both sides that keep it honorable. I'm out. When you hit the streets, you know what's up, you gotta keep it on. Any day they survive and why? Cause they keep fire. Niggas know this keeping it a Benji, we do not lie.